Hello everyone, welcome back. As we have completed the first unit, cell. So today in this class I am going to introduce the second unit, and the name of that unit is the tissue. So dear students, as you have studied that cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life. Okay, and also I told you that as cell is the basic unit of life, then cells joins to form tissues, tissues joins to form organs, organs joins to form organ system, and finally the body, or you can say the organisms. Okay, so dear student, let us take an example of the skin. Skin, if you consider the skin is the largest organ of our body, okay, then if we consider the skin and if we consider the example of our hand, then you see that the inner side, from inner side our skin is tight, okay, and from upper side the skin is soft. Okay, and nails, they are also considered as the part of skin. So skin is an organ, and as this is hard portion, this is a soft portion, this is also the part of the skin. So in this way various tissues, they are combining to form the organs. In the similar way different cells, they are combined to form the tissues. And as you know, we have studied that cells, they are organism on the basis of their cell. They are particularly of two types. Means there are some of the organisms which are made up of only one type of cell. So one type of cell, if we talk about one type of cells, then one type of cells, they are the unicellular organisms. Okay, means the organisms whose body is made up of only one kind of cell. And unicellular organism, they work inefficiently. They work inefficiently. Now the question arises, why they work inefficiently? Because their body is made up of one kind of cell. So there is no division of labor. Division of labor, as I told you in the first unit, division of labor means each cell performs its own function. While in case of the unicellular organisms, single cell perform all types of function. No division of labor and no differentiation of cells. No differentiation of the cells. Okay, for example, amoeba and paramecium. Okay, so this was all about the organisms whose body is made up of only one type of cell. If we talk about the another organisms whose body is made up of more than one type of cell, more than one type of cells, then the organisms whose body is made up of more than one type of cell, they are called as the multicellular organisms. Okay, and multicellular organisms, they work efficiently. Why they work efficiently? They work efficiently, and why they work efficiently? Because here body is made up of more than one type of cell, and cells, they show division of labor. Cells show division of labor, and also the cells are differentiated. Okay, for example, plants, animals and humans. Okay, so what I want to say here that कि मल्टी सेलुलर ऑर्गेनिजम्स के केस में क्या होगा, सेल्स combines to form the tissue. Okay, and why they combine to, because each cell show its own function, means they perform division of labor and also the cells are differentiated. So this was all about that how the tissues they are required in case of multicellular organisms. Now how the tissue term arises. So now let us talk about that how the tissue arises. So if we talk about the origin of the word tissue, then now let us start that how the tissue word is made up of. So I just want to tell you dear that tissue word is arised from, or tissue is a word from French language. It is the word, or you can say it is a word of French language which means woven, and woven, you know, woven is the second form of the weave. और weave का अगर हम हिंदी में मीनिंग देखते हैं तो weave का मीनिंग क्या होता है, बुनना. ओके, फॉर एग्जाम्पल लेट्स से स्वेटर. तो स्वेटर के केस में क्या होगा, व्हेन आई सी द sweater under the microscope, then I observe the threads in this way. In this way I observe the threads under the microscope, and now what I see, this is a single compartment. Okay, and compartment, in the first chapter we have given the name cell to this compartment. तो यहाँ क्या है, cells they are attached to each other. In this way the cells they joins to form the tissue. तो tissue word जो है, that's why tissue is a cluster of cell. ओके, तो यहां से अगर हम टिश्यू की डेफिनेशन की बात करते हैं तो टिश्यू क्या है, टिश्यू इज डिफाइंड एज ग्रुप ऑफ सेल्स. टिश्यू इज डिफाइंड एज ग्रुप ऑफ सेल हैविंग सेम origin or structure and which perform similar function, So this is about the definition of the tissue. So tissue, how I am defining it, you can easily learn the definition with this example. तो आप क्या ऑब्जर्व करोगे कि स्वेटर में सारे सेल क्या हैं, सेम, और इनकी स्ट्रक्चर्स भी क्या हैं, सेम. तो सिमिलर सेल्स दे जॉइंस टू फॉर्म द सेम function. So that's why tissue is defined as the group of the cell. Is it okay? So this was all about the origin of the word tissue and the definition of the word tissue. Now let us study that what is the study of the tissue and who is the father of the you can say the study of the tissue. So again I will tell you one trick, and with that trick you can easily learn about the study of the tissue. So now let us start that who is the person that study about the tissue. So I am going to tell you one more trick, and that trick is that Mayer Bimal High Tie Freud. Mayer Bimal High Tie Freud. तो मेयर क्या है? मेयर जो है यहाँ पे these are the name of scientists. ओके, तो मेयर ने क्या किया था? मेयर ने स्टडी की थी किसकी? हिस्टोलॉजी. मेयर हाई से हिस्टोलॉजी, बाई से बाइचेट. तो बाइचेट ने किसकी स्टडी की थी? टिश्यू की. ओके, एंड ही इज अ फ्रेंच साइंटिस्ट. एंड मालपीजी, और मालपीजी इज द फाउंडर ऑफ द टिश्यू. तो स्टूडेंट्स, हिस्टोलॉजी क्या है? हिस्टो वर्ड जो है, हिस्टो का मीनिंग होता है टिश्यू. एंड लोगस, यू ऑलरेडी नो, लोगस मीन्स स्टडी. तो हिस्टोलॉजी इज दैट ब्रांच ऑफ साइंस और द बायोलॉजी दैट डील्स विद द स्टडी ऑफ द टिश्यू. इफ there is a question that who study histology, then Mayer is the scientist who for the first time study histology. And the next one is the tissue. As we have studied that tissue is a French language word, and tissue was studied by the French scientist whose name is Bichet. Okay, and also if the question arises that who is known as the father of histology, then Bichet is known as the father of histology. Bichet is known as the father of the histology. Next one is who is known as the founder. कि हिस्टोलॉजी की स्टडी किसने की, किसने फाइंड आउट किया? तो फाउंडर कौन है? मालपीजी. इज दैट क्लियर? सो मेयर स्टडी हिस्टोलॉजी, बाइचेट स्टडी द टिश्यू, एंड मालपीजी इज नोन एज द फाउंडर ऑफ द हिस्टोलॉजी. सो ही इज नोन एज द फाउंडर ऑफ हिस्टोलॉजी. इज इट ओके? सो इन दिस वे you can easily learn that Mayer Bimal High Tie Freud. Mayer study histology, Bichet who study tissue, and Malpighi from Freud means here the founder, who is the founder of histology, then Malpighi. Is that clear? Now the question arises, does plant tissue and animal tissue are the same, or do the plant tissue and animal tissue they are similar? So dear students, plant tissue and animal tissue, there are number of differences in case of plant tissue and animal tissue. Now let us start. We will study one by one that what are the differences between the plant tissue and the animal tissue. So now that our topic is difference between plant tissue and animal tissue. So we will study one by one the difference between plant tissue and animal tissue. So here at one side I am writing the plant tissue, and here I am going to write animal tissue. So plant tissue, if we talk about the plant tissue, then plant tissue like the animals, they do not move from one place to another. So on the basis of movement, the plant tissue, they are sedentary. I am using here the terminology, and that is sedentary. So first difference, sedentary का meaning क्या होता है स्टूडेंट? Sedentary means immobile. Immobile means which can't move from one place to another. But plants, they are mobile. Mobile means they can move easily from one place to another place. Is it clear? So if we talk about the growth in case of the plant tissue, then in case of the plant tissue, student, the growth is unlimited. So here the growth is unlimited. Why the growth is unlimited? Growth is unlimited का meaning क्या होता है? Plant tissue. प्लांट टिश्यू में एक ऐसा टिश्यू होता है दैट डिवाइड कंटिन्यूसली, और अगर हमें पता है एज वी नो कि अगर सेल डिवाइड करेंगे देन ड्यू टू डिवीजन इन द सेल ग्रोथ विल अकर. तो ग्रोथ इज अनलिमिटेड ड्यू टू मेरिस्टेमेटिक टिश्यू. स्टूडेंट, I have written here the term, this is a new term for you, meristematic tissue. So this meristematic tissue, this is the type of the tissue, okay, whose cell continuously divide. As like say this is the टिश्यू, तो सेल्स क्या करते हैं? कॉन्टिन्यूसली डिवाइड करती हैं. और अगर सेल कॉन्टिन्यूसली डिवाइड करेंगे तो प्लांट के केस में क्या होगी? ग्रोथ. But in case of the animal tissue, the growth is limited. So here the growth is limited. At certain age क्या होता है? ग्रोथ जो है certain point पे रुक जाती है during the after teenage, okay, after adolescence. After then if we talk about more, तो प्लांट टिश्यू के केस में क्या होगा? डिमार्केशन होती है. डिमार्केशन मीन्स डिमार्केशन का मीनिंग क्या होता है स्टूडेंट? डिमार्केशन मीन्स देयर सेल डिवाइड एंड नॉन डिवाइड. ओके, तो डिमार्केट, ये क्लियरली डिमार्केटेड होती हैं. कुछ सेल्स डिवाइड करती हैं व्हाइल सम अदर सेल दे डू नॉट डिवाइड. ये पॉइंट आपको क्लियर होगा व्हेन वी विल स्टडी अबाउट इन डिटेल अबाउट द प्लांट टिश्यू एंड द एनिमल टिश्यू. एंड हेयर डिमार्केशन क्या होता है? ऑल द एनिमल्स, लाइक इफ वी टॉक अबाउट द कैट, देन ऑल द कैट they have the similar structure, common structure. All the dogs have the structure. So here they are uniform. So they show demarcation, but here they are uniform. Okay. Next student, if we talk about the energy consumption, so plants they need less energy as comparison to the animals, and animals they require more energy because of various metabolic activities. Why? Because, and this is also the next difference here, organ and organ system are less specialized. Organ and organ system, they are less specialized. Here we know the organism, they show high complexity. High complexity, what do you mean by the high complexity? Because as we have studied, the cells joins to form tissues, they joins to form organ system, and finally the body. So that's why each organ, if we talk about the organ, then as there is a nose, then there is a respiratory system, mouth, then there is a digestive system, while in case of plant there is no particular digestive system, there is no particular excretory system as like the animals. So in this way the plant tissue, they are less specialized, while animal tissue, they are more specialized. So once again I am repeating the difference. Plant, they can't move from one place to another. Animals can easily move. Plant tissue growth is unlimited because their cell divide continuously, and that is due to the meristematic tissue. While in case of animal tissue, the growth is limited. Next is the demarcation, means their cell divide, non-divide, but here they are uniform. They need less energy due to less complexity, they show less. Here you can say that the cell, they are less specialized. Here they are highly complex, so that's why they need more energy. So this was all about the introduction to the tissue, and in our next class we will study in detail one by one the types of the plant tissue and also the types of the animal tissue. So hope you have learnt a lot, and for this, if you like, then don't forget to subscribe my channel. With this again, thanks to all.